go to Jamal, maybe that live. I don't fucking know. Sorry.
Hang on, I'm gonna send. I think I could send y'all the link.
You can put lives on your.
Okay.
On your. Oh.
All right, so my live is up.
Okay, let me see.
And
refresh.
Share.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Copy.
Let's see it. Share. Yeah, got it. Oh yeah.
You connected it?
Nah, he went live, so I took that link and I'm gonna just put it on my Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll go the simple route, the less complicated route.
Okay.
Gotcha.
He just nigger rigged it, is what he's saying.
Yeah,
nigger rigging. Nigga rig.
What up, YouTube Live? Peace. What's good? What's good? Hang on, let me see. I see y'all. Peace.
Yeah, we in there.
Well, I didn't start the show yet, but we on YouTube Live right now. They can see us.
Oh, YouTube Live. What up, YouTube Live?
So
this is an hour, right?
Approximately.
Okay.
You know we ain't got no fucking
give or take.
Yeah. We ain't got no rhyme or reason.
Right.
So Lamont, when I introduce you, because I think I want to put you in the waiting room and then bring you in, you know
That's
what I
fine.
mean?
Yeah.
Introduction. You want me to say Lamont Hill from
Lamont King.
I mean, pardon me.
Yeah. Oh, you got Mark Anthony.
I know. I keep fucking up and throwing the Hill. Because you know what up? It's the Lamont with the single syllable last name, King. Hill. It's just like,
he got money though. That's the rich
Lamont
one.
King. I'm not gonna forget it. Fuck it up. From Karen Hunter show or
yeah. We can do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Karen Hunter, the one who fired me.
Yeah. I'm unfamiliar.
Well, I'm sure he's gonna talk about it. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put you in the waiting room. We're gonna start the show. You know, we're gonna say, peace to my man Rage and all that, and then we're gonna bring him in. All right, y'all with that YouTube Live?
What?
No, I was talking to people. I was talking to YouTube Live. Y'all with that? Y'all ready? Let me make sure my shit. All right. And I have created one of the greatest revolutionary exercises ever. Okay, I can hear whatever you're playing, sir. Good, sir. Are you playing some kind of video?
No, go. I'm ready.
Oh, all right, ready?
Yeah.
If you're gonna sit back like that, you got a little too much headroom.
Okay, Albert.
That's good if you do that. But if you sit back all the way, you got a lot of headroom.
Okay, right here.
You got max headroom.
All
right, I'm gonna start recording. Hang on. All right, peace. Welcome back to the Yanadameen Godcast. I'm Lord Jamal.
I'm Godfrey.
Yeah, Digga
is in spirit.
Yeah, she's on the road right now.
Yeah.
Who's really in spirit right now. Many of y'all may or may not know, but we saddened to announce the passing of Yanadameen family member.
Wow.
That Checker Rage, man.
God damn.
Rest in peace, Elijah Rage Green. No, he didn't pass away from no COVID-19 and all that stupid shit. The man had ongoing health problems. I don't know. Do you remember when he did episode from the hospital? Godfrey, was you here?
Nope. No, I wasn't there. What was he in the ICU or something?
He was not in an ICU, but he had some health problems that put him in the hospital for a couple of days. And, you know, Rage would go through shit like that. You know what I mean?
He never told you what it was, or just he kind of silent sufferer.
Yeah, he never really got specific about a lot of his, you know, health problems. But from what I understand, you know, he passed from heart and kidney failure.
God, that sucks, man. He cool dude, man. What a nice soul, man.
Man, Rage.
What a real nice guy. Just and for his name to be Rage, he was opposite.
Right. But Rage did have some rage in him. Like Rage was Brand Nubian's road manager for you know, for years. So trust me, like when Rage had to get that bag, like Rage know how to turn up sometimes to get that bag. You see what I'm saying? With those promoters that act like they ain't got the money. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. To let me holler at you, motherfuckers. He
was an intelligent, conscious, just caring, you know what I mean? Always giving of service of himself. Man, he's gonna be sorely missed, man.
Yes, he is. Fab.
Here at the Godcast, man. Shout out to everybody at home. I see y'all on YouTube live. As soon as y'all got on, y'all was like, rest in peace to Rage. You know what I mean? Trust me, he felt the love that y'all had for him, and we appreciate, you know what I mean, the love you showed him in a short amount of time that you got to meet him. You felt the type of spirit that my man Rage had, and you gave him that love, you know what I mean? So I appreciate that, you know what I mean?
Word.
But you know, before we bring on tonight's guest, because we got a guest coming on tonight, I just want to remind everybody to subscribe to the channel, to like, comment, share, click the notification bell to make sure that you get, you know, you get notified every time we come with a new live or a new video or whatever the case may be. Yeah. So, but Godfrey, you good?
I'm good. You know, I'm good. You know, surviving. Now they got this bullshit ass curfew shit because Donald Trump thinks he's Hitler, and
we gonna talk about it.
You know, he got us curfew. First, we had New York, and you know that we had 11 p.m. Now it's 8 p.m. Now they're giving us alerts. I really believe Trump is on some. He's trying to live vicariously through a dictatorship. Because he's like this kid in a candy store. He's like, yeah, let's give him a curfew. You know what? Fuck it. Bring the tanks. Fuck it. Bring the police. So he's having fun. He really is out of his motherfucking mind because he's just having fun, like, because people have to do what he says. I want this done. Now, he's literally sending tanks and fully armored cops to fight people who have Sharpies.
Well, listen, let's I want to bring in our guest because he's a, you know, he's a political commentator and you know, he's got a lot of good views, and so we're gonna bring him on right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome to the Yanadameen Godcast from the Karen Hunter Show, Lamont King, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Lamont King.
Here we are.
Welcome, sir.
Yo, what up?
Hey.
How y'all feel, man?
I'm great.
Family.
I know y'all, it's rough, man. So I'm gonna put that up front. How are you feeling, black man?
We are feeling good, you know.
I'm great, black man.
Yeah.
Although, you know, I'm not sure about how I feel about you coming on to my show with a better background and better lighting, you know, like you're in some fucking radio station or something like that. And it's obviously showing that we at the crib. But that's okay. Go ahead, do what you do, brother.
Nah,
I think my arrangement of liquor is pretty dope, though.
Oh, absolutely. So what this is, I'm in the closet, champ.
Are you? Oh, shit.
Yeah. See that? That's Hollywood right there.
You got you know why? Because tell them about Hollywood. Hollywood is all about what the cameras show.
That's it.
My brother, I would have swore you was in a motherfucking.
Nah, this is my nerve center.
WBLS or some shit.
This is my tiny closet studios command center, man. We broadcasting out of here. This is
You
the
know
bunker.
what makes it super official, right?
Yeah.
First of
That
all,
might be a
the
green
mic.
screen.
It's the mic with the motherfucking arm thing.
Yeah, once you put the arm in there, it's real.
Oh, that's what make it real. And then you got your own fucking little you know, your signage.
Yeah.
You got signage.
Old flyer. You gotta get that old flyer action.
And you got your merch hanging up behind you, guys.
Yeah.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.
Hey man, I gotta do it, man. I heard I was coming on here. I had to step the game up. That's all.
Well, we appreciate having you on, brother. So listen, man. You know, let's get into the obvious, man, of what's going on right now. You know, like some people said, we got protests.
Yeah.
And then we got riots.
Well,
you know? Those are two different things.
Yeah, it's funny that you said that though, because it ain't obvious to a lot of people what's going on. Even as you look at it with your own motherfucking eyes, it ain't obvious because there's so much going on. There's so many layers, and this is my opinion. There's so many layers and who's out there. You got people who are legitimately protesting. You got people who legitimately care about protesting and are allies. Then you got these alt-right groups, these white supremacist groups. Then you got these undercover cops destroying property and trying to get it kicked off. Then you got these anarchists and chaos professional paid property destroyers all in the mix at the same time. And I'm gonna tell you, you know, we all been watching the same thing. Social media. I get my news from social media, then I go to the news and see how much of it they got too. But as I talk more and more about it, I was like, I got to stop talking because I don't have a real perspective or a vantage point. Let me go down there. So I went down there, and I promise you
are in
Washington, D.C., outside of D.C. And I promise you, when I went out there, I saw everything I thought I would see.
You saw the bullshit.
You can literally point out all the groups. You can literally point them out. And when the sun goes down, they just activate. They legitimately, I'm talking, you got the white boys spray painting Black Lives Matter and like the graffiti thing, man. I'm like, okay, first of all, black folks don't tag like that anyway. And then y'all saying sucker shit too, like shit that we don't even say all cops are bastards. That's and then you put that and then what they say, fuck all cops.
All cops are ninny heads.
Yeah, I'm like, we get out of here.
You're fucking morons.
And it's so unfortunate because you got some of the people out there, the youngsters who have never seen this type of thing, and they just wanted the energy is there, and they just want to be a part of it. But I'm like, they hanging this on your head, like you don't even know.
Let me just say right now that, you know, this is not an organic.
No,
these are not organic protests
by no stretch.
This is not like the LA riots. Okay, when we started rioting over Rodney King, that was something organic that came from Black people, by Black people, for Black people. This right here is some bullshit, basically to try and enact martial law.
Yeah.
They've been trying to get us down this road for the longest time. Yeah. America has been going for a race war for the longest. Yep. That's why all of these killings have been happening in the past years since your man, you know, really got ramped up since Trump came in.
I believe that.
Shit, it's always been happening.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that that's one of the goals of Civil War. I believe that.
Absolutely. So by right now, a lot of people are falling for the banana in the tailpipe. As far as you think you really doing something good by being out here destroying shit and looting and all that, and that's exactly what they want you to do. First of all, let's talk about the fact that for the last, what was it been 3 months or so since this pandemic has been going on? A lot of these companies ain't been making no money because their stores ain't been open. Right. So what's a better way to cash in right now on some insurance money,
Mm.
but to get some motherfuckers to smash your goddamn store up. And so now I could get paid and get back some of this money I've been losing through this whole fucking pandemic shutdown, government shutdown bullshit. And you know they're gonna have some special little payoff for people that got affected by all the riots and shit like that.
Yeah, and you can see it too. That's the crazy part. The video that's out there, you know, you got a lot of people that's like, oh, you know, black
We
folks.
lost your audio.
Mine? Can you hear me?
Now I hear you. Now I hear
Oh, okay. You got people out there that are really skeptical, and they'll hit you with the whole conspiracy theorist thing, right? And they'll be like, nah, but you know, black folks need to stop tearing down their own community. They need to stop. And I'll show you this video of an undercover officer legit breaking out the front windows of a Five Guys and then holding the door open for them to run in there. Right? I seen it. And then I show it to you and you like, well, they didn't have to run in. And I'm like, no, nigga, like this is, once you get into that mob mentality, that's contagious. So once you out there,
social engineering.
Yeah. Once
what they know.
Yeah.
You give a nigga a rope, he gonna think he a cowboy.
Yeah.
You put some bricks by a fucking pane glass window, 1 + 1 makes 2, motherfucker.
Especially
and there's fucking loot inside there. Like, of course, people's gonna fucking do some shit. Like,
yeah.
And they're gonna say, oh, well, they didn't have to take the bricks. And just like you say, they didn't have to go in there.
Right.
But psychologically, with like what you're talking about, a mob mentality, some people have no choice but to go in there.
Right.
Like for instance, you know, and we as black people know this to be true, right? You be in a crowd of people, right? Let one black motherfucker start running.
That's right. Everybody running.
Everybody gonna start. You don't have to see what happened.
Yeah.
You don't have to hear no gunshots. You don't have to see no blood. All you know is motherfuckers running. I'm running. They going this way. They look like you need to get away from that. We out of here.
Yeah.
So that's the same cycle. So now it's like, oh, people running into there to grab some shit. I want to get me some shit too.
Right.
There's also, you know, there's that opportunist mentality as well that a lot of us have.
And it's
I ain't gonna let these motherfuckers get some loot, and I'm not getting no loot. Fuck that. I'm here. I might as well get mine. Like
it's simple math too. When I went out there, I'm looking at everybody. 80% non-black. 80% is recessives. They out there. 80%. So if everybody's looting as you're portraying, then mathematically that means 80% of the looters are not black. So you got to tell that.
Godfrey, I'd like you to chime in whenever you're ready. But I'd like to speak on that math right there, okay? I was watching Brother Umar Johnson the other day, and, you know, some people got a problem with him, some people don't, you know, but, you know, he was saying some very valid things as far as we as black people accepting other people into our protests and struggles, and how it doesn't make sense for us. We as black people represent about 50 million people in America, whereas white people have 250 million. So once you let these people join your struggle and your protest, they can outnumber your shit. They can take your protest over just by sheer numbers.
Yep.
Okay? So, and just like you said, it was 80% of Caucasians out there, and they're the ones really doing the rioting and the anarchy and all that type of shit. There's black people out there that's trying to protest and make their voice heard, and mostly is white people out here that's running around doing the bullshit, yet we're the ones that's going to pay for it. We as a collective are going to pay for this, and especially black people's going to get the shit end of the stick. I wasn't out there looting, yet I now have a fucking 8 o'clock curfew that I have to go by.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the bullshit. That's what they wanted out of this. Godfrey, talk to me.
The fact that I said it on Vlad, I said it on Vlad a couple months ago, before the COVID hit. I said, maybe they snapping because there's no NBA season. Because when there's an NBA and NFL season, that's just, I said, police brutality kind of goes down because we're entertaining them. Sports is like white men's, that's their porn, man. That's their ethnic porn is sports. And when they don't get that, we're all, they're mad at us even more when they don't see us, you know, playing, shooting a hoop or making a tackle, scoring touchdowns, bringing championships to their city. You know, when we're not that part of our entertainment skill, when they don't see that, then they really want to kill us, you know? And I was,
you know, that's actually a good point. That, I mean, that speaks to the cabin fever that I think everybody's kind of feeling.
Yeah.
You know, right. And I think they used that. They knew that people were going to be cooped up for all this time. And so the timing of this is perfect as well. To unleash some shit like this at this time, and all these people got this angst to get outside anyway. People starting to realize that all this shit with the mask is some fucking bullshit. You know, that's why motherfuckers is out there marching side by side. Ain't nobody worried about getting no fucking Rona, because that's some bullshit. That ain't how you get it. Like, and now the mask has become a disguise. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what the fuck is going on right now.
Yep. And that's you know, Francis Cress Welsing said it. Elijah Muhammad said it. James Baldwin has said it. The minister has said it. Malcolm X has said it. Medgar Evers has said it. Hell, I mean, you know, Langston Hughes had said it. He has a fucking amazing poem that says, he talks about the Negroes being docile and mild. Beware of the day that the Negro rises. You know what I mean? And it's a real small poem, but he talks about that. All of these cats have been talking about it, you know? And they always, like in college, you know, I went to Kwame Ture's lecture, brought him to our university. You know, Steve Coakley from Chicago, Ajwa Kwesi, all these guys that came to my college, and Dr. Naeem Akbar, who wrote the Breaking the Chains of Psychological Slavery. Haki Madhubuti.
I was just talking to somebody that said they went to the same college you went to.
Oh, okay, yeah, and Haki Madhubuti, who wrote Black Men, Dangerous, Obsolete. Destruction of Black Civilization, Chancellor Williams. All of these goddamn books talk about all this shit that's going on. And it's so funny. And you know, Jamar, your group, you've been spitting that knowledge. And it's so funny because everybody looks crazy and now they're looking at white supremacy, front row seats. And the beautiful thing about it, this quarantine is fucked up, but it has people still, where everybody has to watch this shit unfold. You can't make excuses that you're on a set filming a movie. You can't make excuses that you're at your job. You're at home, motherfucker, and you see this. And even some white folks are going, wow, we really are the devil.
Yeah. Yeah. And to that point, so what jumped out at me on the news, right? How white supremacy is now. They
got a big ass march in front of my
building. I think Bigger might actually come in.
Hey, guys.
Let's see.
They fucking marching in front of my building. Just a big ass swarm of motherfuckers, man. Even though they're defying the curfew.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh shit.
Because it's 9:18.
Dude, I gotta take this down with me. Come on, keep talking.
Yeah, let's
going
see.
Outside?
Yeah, man.
But look though.
Don't you get tear gas, motherfucker. But okay, we got a Yanadameen Godcast exclusive.
Yes.
We got Godfrey hitting the motherfucking streets right now. Holy shit. And he's in Manhattan. I'm not gonna tell you exactly where he's at, but he's in a good area.
He gonna catch a flashbang to the chest. We don't need that.
I hope not.
To the chest.
Oh wait, but see, he done froze up. Okay, there you go.
There we go.
Now I hope your Wi-Fi still works.
Right. Is he hands up right there? Are they right there? Oh, I thought they was right there.
No, I'm going down. I'm on 22.
All right.
You said is he hands up right there?
I thought they had him. I thought they had him coming out the crib and shit.
Hold on. Here you go. Elevator.
I live here.
The elevator.
Now you know you live in one of them neighborhoods. They can confuse you guys.
Yo, this is Yanadameen News.
Yanadameen news.
Yanadameen news. Well, that's what's up. Well, listen, while he's on his way down there, let's talk about the dumb shit that motherfuckers decided to come up with today, where they decided to black out their motherfucking Twitter shit. Like their whole Twitter
all social media. All social media. Yeah.
Is that a
blacked out? Basically fucking up.
Is that a bus?
Fucking up people's communication, ways to communicate online and shit like that.
Yo.
Information. They fucked that all up.
Can you guys see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
I'm sending an invite to Digger.
We're going to the street.
Broadcasting live from right there.
They're blocking them off, making them go that way.
Oh
wow. Got to get in the mix.
They're blocking off the streets.
Hey, thank you, Western Goods. I want to say thank you, Krishan, Medston, Rogish, the Bullmonger. Thank you.
Oh, they're clearing them out.
You ain't got no chest protection. You ain't got no soccer pads on or nothing.
What do you? Oh shit, Godfrey out there. Hang on.
Yeah, he out there.
What you see, Godfrey?
Got all the cop cars and shit.
Oh man, come on. You ain't never seen no shit like this on the Godcast before.
New shit.
We took this shit to the streets. What?
With the people though.
Y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah, where the people's at?
Ask that white man who paid him.
Right.
Motherfucker had a weapon in his hand.
Hey, find out if George Soros paid these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Cars? Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. They're making them all go down that way. See all these cop cars. They're not because the curfew's 8 and they're like, fuck that. People are like, woo.
Well, the curfew's 8. How come I still see cabs and shit moving around?
They're like, fuck that.
People on bikes, walking.
There's a hell convoy of cops going down right down the block. Look at that shit. That shit is lit up like a Christmas tree.
Wow.
Look at that. That's fucking like 10, 30 cars and shit.
What area are you in right now?
There's about 20 cars, yo.
What area are you in, Godfrey, without giving your address?
What'd you say?
I said, without giving your address, where are you about?
Where am I?
Yeah, without giving your address.
I'm in Hell's Kitchen.
Oh.
Okay, there you go.
I seen it.
Hell right now, brother.
I seen the UPS truck. What they delivering in this house
right now, brother?
They cleared them out. I think they were like, nah, they tried to, they turned them that way.
I want to know what that UPS truck is dropping off this time of night.
Look how empty the street is. Look how empty this is.
Hey, Lamont, he dropping off bricks.
Yeah, shit. Exactly. A whole truckload.
Look how empty the street is right now.
Wow.
That's an avenue, bro.
So what did y'all think about that asshole shit?
Avenue, dog.
I see. Oh, here comes Rod Digger. Hang on.
That shit is clear.
Digger's audio.
Yo, I wish I had a skateboard.
Yeah, nah.
That shit look fun as shit, right?
Peace.
Hey,
I'm gonna head back up.
What's up, fellas? I've been tuned in. I'm actually out of town right now with family.
Yo, Rod Digger.
What up, though? It's a whole shit going on where I'm at, so I had to just dip off and come sit in the car. But y'all can't see me, so it don't even make no sense to.
It's okay. Your picture is coming up when you talk, so we're gonna take that.
Word.
That's what's up.
We're glad to have you in any capacity.
No doubt. I've been hearing y'all talk about, just everything that's been been going on. And I swear I tuned in right. Was you taking a shot at me, Jamar? Nigga said they ain't got to run in. Why did I come on right as you said?
What you talking about? Did I take a shot at you? What you talking about? What are you talking about? Nah, but listen. I know you feel strongly about this. I was just asking the fellas, but I want to ask you, Digger, because you're really the one that brought this to me. How did you feel about this stupid ass shit that was going on IG today where motherfuckers talk about Blackout Tuesday on a day where motherfuckers supposed to be voting, on a day where they might be fucking taking Hillary Clinton to motherfucking court and all this kind of fucking shit? What you think about that funky bullshit?
Well, I was on Facebook and Twitter letting the choppers fly since 11 a.m. this morning. I just woke up to, to get abreast, because that's where you're going to get what's really happening. And that's where you're going to see the 10-year-old little girl getting maced by the cops. That's where you're going to see the footage of these shop owners claiming self-defense when they're really out there running amok. So when I go to that and I see millions, like literally scrolling down my timeline forever of black squares, I'm like, what the fuck is this? And come to find out, it's a whole nother movement. It wasn't meant to go radio silent. It was meant to just all black everything today. And for whatever reason, people were taking Blackout Tuesday and just convoluting it with Black Lives Matter. So now when you're looking for Black Lives Matter info, you're just getting a bunch of black squares. So I, with a few other people, had to like go through it this morning on social media, like, oh, you're opposing Black Lives Matter. I'm like, shut the fuck up. That's not what I said. I said what I said. And not only did I tell you, remove the hashtags, I told you why. It's drowning out the music feed. The news feeds. It's blacking out the timeline. And unless you're willing to sit there and scroll for 4 to 5 hours to get back to yesterday's news, like, stop with this shit. And then I guess at some point, everybody, as each hour rolled by, everybody like, oh, I see.
Right.
Okay.
Now it makes sense.
Now it makes sense.
Right.
And I don't know. It's like every day I find myself seeing something, and I don't want to be, I don't want to be the guy that's complaining about what anybody else is doing. Like, everybody's emotional. It's like, to black out, not to black out, to let white people in, to not let white people in, to vote, not to vote, to Malcolm or to Martin, to, it's like every day you feel it, to loot or not to loot. It's like every day you feel a different emotion about it. But I think all of these things are just becoming distractions, when the goal should always be whatever, like, I'm not going to tell you what to do, what not to do, march, not to march, but whatever you're doing, there has to be a clear outcome. If you do it the way, if you want to look at our predecessors, you know what I'm saying? Like, you may or may not agree with Martin Way, but ultimately we got integrated. Now, whether that was a good thing.
I don't want to cut you off, but I need to stop you right there for a second, because you hit a point that I want to illuminate more on. So,
please, I could let the choppers fly the rest of the
I know. And thank you for your input.
I'm shutting up.
But I just want to stop you right there at the point where you said, what's the outcome? So I think I spoke to you about this earlier on the phone. Like, you got people out here marching and shit right now, right? What are they marching for? Like, what are you marching for? What are your demands? You see what I'm saying? Like, what? Because the motherfucker got fired. Didn't he get charged with murder or some shit? The cop or some shit like that, right?
Third degree, not good enough.
Yeah.
Okay, 3rd degree, but he was charged, right? So what are y'all marching for? Like, I bet none of them know. Like, none of them have no end game to this. Like, right now, they just want to be mad and they want to fucking help push us into a state of martial law without realizing what they're doing.
Well, so let me jump in right there. So earlier,
I also want to jump in too. Go ahead.
Earlier you were talking about or it wasn't organic. I think now it is. Because of everything that's happening, including what happened yesterday with your president. I think now it's organic. Now it's people like, is you stupid, dumb, or stupid? Like, are you kidding me? Because where I was 2 days ago in front of the White House, it wasn't, they said today it was 5 times the amount of people. So I think now it has taken on an organic type. It's evolved. It ain't what it was.
Here's the thing, not to cut you off, but organic means to start pure from the beginning. So if anything gets added on to something that was contrived in the beginning, it's not organic. People are now just building upon the bullshit that they laid a foundation for. And now may I piling on top of that. Go ahead, Digger.
May I interject? I don't think it's not organic. I think there are organic people out there. I think there are a lot of decoys and variables and distractions getting people off a task. Like now you're the guy running down the street with Yeezy as opposed to the guy squaring off against the cops.
Right.
I think there's a lot of decoy activity. However,
protesting in front of Trump Tower. It's like right there, 60th, yeah.
Honestly, like as an elder, as an elder in the community, I'm gonna say that's our bad, because all of these people out here are young and they don't have anybody really leading them.
Nuts, man.
They don't have anybody really leading them. Like, we as the elders have to give them the direction. You see, they willing to go to the fire with it. Like, people are getting tased, losing eyes, getting shot. Like, they don't know they're doing it, and they don't know. They know why they're doing it. They just don't know what exactly how to like execute it. And I mean, I think I have an idea. I'm gonna move forward with my idea. I feel passionate about it. I think it's something that will kind of give us, get us closer to a real solution of what we're dealing with, and that is police brutality. Because at the end of the day, we're never gonna stop the cops from being racist. We're never gonna stop the cops from brutalizing us. We're never gonna stop. There's just certain things that are never gonna stop. But what we can make happen is say, okay, this is what we do. We want a law passed that says once a person is in custody and they are no longer an imminent threat to you, if they have been subdued, if they have been unarmed, if that person loses their life after that fact, you should now be charged and held accountable the same way. If a person was claiming self-defense, they say it's no longer defense if that self-defense if that person is not an imminent threat. Right. That is what we need to happen. And if something like that were to happen, guess what? It wouldn't matter if somebody haphazardly caught it on social media. We won't have to worry about if the cops got it on body cam or their word against ours. It's the law. If that person loses their life, you gotta prove why they had to lose their life. And hey, if y'all was banging in a shootout and you can prove that, then whatever. But once a person,
I like that, Digger. Now here's another thing that my brother had brought to my attention. Peace to reality. And I think this could be a good law we could bring to the forefront too. So right now, if the police do something, you can't personally sue that police officer. You understand? I forget the name of the law, but there's certain laws that,
something to do with immunity. It's something to do with immunity.
Oh yes, I forget the name. Something immunity. But anyway, the police have an immunity where they can't be punished civilly or anything like that. So this takes away their fear from doing certain shit. Right. If they thought they could fucking be sued and all this type of shit, they could lose their fucking house in the suburbs or whatever the fuck the case may be. A lot of them would think twice, 3 times, 4 times before they do some shit. But right now it's set up for them where they have no personal consequences. So that immunity needs to be taken away. That's a law right there that we could go for.
What did you think about? What did you think about? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
What did you think about what Killer Mike said in Atlanta?
Which part?
What did he say?
Well, Killer Mike was saying, okay, the protesting, we need to go home. We need to go home. We need to strategize. We need to start to use economic power. We need to start. It's like the voting thing, and we should stop. We should go home and vote and this shit and be more strategic and take get in their pockets, their pensions, and the whole nine.
I gotta be honest, man. So our situation is dire, right? But it's a situation that's been brewing for 400 plus. So it ain't nothing gonna happen overnight. I think it's many layers to it. It's 11 different types of Black people. So the ideas are gonna come from all 11 different types of those people. I agree with about 90% of what he said. And here's why. Right. It was early in what we're watching. So all that, him and the mayor talking about go home and all that, I don't think at that point it was really being realized that it wasn't Black folks out there tearing up shit. So I think the natural reaction during these times is to be like, come on, Black folks, don't tear up your own shit.
Yeah, and it wasn't us. It wasn't.
But that was early. That's Thursday. That was like Wednesday or Thursday.
Right.
So taking that off the table, let's look at all the other stuff he said. Strategize, organize, mobilize, right?
Yeah.
All of that's necessary. I mean, that's art of war. That's what we should have been doing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
He said everybody that has a skill or a talent, use that talent, use that skill, build up. Everybody do. The one thing he kept saying that it really stuck with me, Godfrey, was if everybody does a little, nobody has to do a lot.
Exactly.
That's that collective work and responsibility angle that if we could implement, we'd be years ahead of the curve. But it's not going to take overnight.
And you're right. And the thing is, too, is that we always do the whole, okay, we're going to have a leader do some big speeches, and then they're going to take him down. And I think that you're right. With all this technology we have, with us being able to share information, we all do need to be a little more quiet. We all do need to delegate different styles and different ways. And it would be nice. I'm not sure if it would happen, but I remember when Puff Daddy, he was opening his mouth a couple of weeks ago, yapping about this, yapping about that. I ain't heard him say shit about this now yet, which is crazy. But it would be nice if people from the music industry, people from the sports industry, people like the big wigs, they all come together and go, okay, let's strategize, let's do something. Economically, we can do something. Politically, we can do something. Let's instead of doing it in public, why can't, half these Negroes know each other. They're always at Oprah's house.
But let me give you this. Let me throw this at you. This is some shit that a lot of us ain't never seen, right? So I'm willing to bet you a lot of them people you talking about have no idea what to fucking say. You would like for them to say something, but then again, I'm kind of scared because I know if you say something, you about to say some dumbass shit, and you're very influential. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at the TV. I'll be like, not him.
No, my thing is this,
not Lil Wayne.
They don't like guys like Magic Johnson, like the business guys that are killing it. I'm saying not even say anything in public. They all know each other. They all have each other's phone number. Oprah, all the motherfuckers. They always have those parties that we don't get invited to.
Of course,
the uppity Negro parties. Hey, do this. All you guys get together, have a little, and then strategize from there, and then sneak it into us and let us know. You gotta know. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Not necessarily announcing it like that, because I get what you're saying, because they can piece shit together and make you look fucked up. You could say the wrong thing in public. I mean, it happens to when Lord Jamar, when me and him go on Vlad, motherfuckers will take some shit and go, man, I didn't like to. I'm like, motherfucker, did you even understand what I said?
Right.
And you can be on their side, but they'll take it the wrong way. But I'm saying we should be more clandestine about it, more secretive about it. I mean, it's like, how were we able to escape slavery? We snuck it.
Right.
Harriet Tubman proved that. She didn't have no money. She had resources, but she was very sneaky about it. Why can't we do it Underground Railroad style, but Underground Railroad virtually?
Well, it's a couple things missing from our culture and our society today that's necessary for that to happen. One is integrity. Like there's no code in our community. So in order for that to work, it's got to be some amount of code. Whereas, look here, man, we got a collective mindset.
Yes.
It's the mission. Stick to it. do your part, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
And we go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say we just gotta that every man for himself mindset that's been brainwashed into us, that whole American dream shit. Like we gotta shake that. That has to go.
Well, that's where it looks like right now with this looting. It's like every man for himself.
Yeah.
When I look at this, there's a saying that we say, inside the 5% nation, and it's a savage in the pursuit of happiness. Like that's what I see when I see these motherfuckers just out here running up in these stores and just allowing the savage in themselves to just unleash itself. And then like you going out there to get what? Like you're not even looting revolutionary items. Like I could see if y'all, you know what I mean? Like we're getting shit that you could really use in a fucking revolution.
But you, Lord Jamar, you're watching it through a revolutionary's lens. Like we gotta retrain because you got people like it's funny that you said that because I use this example all the time, and this is funny that I'm even on here. I remember growing up, man, the way I was taught and the things that I study, including listening to y'all, savage was a bad word.
Yes.
Now
that's why I said savage in the pursuit of happiness.
It's so funny, man. I was working with kids a couple summers ago, and my man, little young, 15, he's always fighting. I pulled him aside thinking I'm doing my little big brother after school special shit. And I'm like, oh man, are you a savage? And he was like, yeah.
Right, happy about it. Yeah.
I was like, I forgot. Like that's their word now. You know what I'm saying?
So they call themselves demons and all that shit right now.
I remember when uncivilized was the worst thing you could call somebody. You know what I'm saying? But now we've been tricked. So the youngins embracing everything that was, that we used to put on the devil. And so there has to be a retraining, because if you don't know, to your point, if you out there and you're not thinking with a revolutionary mindset, you're not going to do revolutionary things, period. You out there wilding. Like the other night when I said I saw everybody out there, I saw, youngins, trying to be a part of the moment, taking selfies next to the raging fire. You know what I'm saying? So 10 years from now, they can say I got hit with tear gas and a rubber pellet and I was out there. I was a part of history. And I'm looking at this crowd of 600 people in front of the White House, in front of 200 cops. And I'm like, y'all ain't jumped the fence yet? Like, y'all got all this energy. Y'all trying to live out the Purge movie and put it on your Instagram.
Look, I'm watching a video, right? And so this guy, he's following all these people around that are looting and shit like that. And so at one point, they go past a GNC, right? A GNC. They break the window to the GNC. They go in there, and I'm like, let me see what these motherfuckers gonna do in here. They just start knocking over shit. Like a couple of them just took a couple of shit. Like, you see, like I would have been in there like getting some good shit. Like, okay, let me get the fucking ginseng.
Let me get some,
you know what I mean? Like a bunch of vitamin C. Like, that's good for the COVID. Let me see if they got colloidal silver in here anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, but these motherfuckers don't know. They're just, and so the place that could have been valuable for their health,
right?
They could have gone in there and looted for their health. They just knocked the fucking the shits over the whatever, the stands and shit, and broke some shit, and then they was out of there real fast. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But at the electronics store, they took their time in that motherfucker. They got IMAX. They was throwing phones out the window, fucking computers. The shit was, you know what I mean?
Right now, it's just destruction, and you got people that, like I said, it's many layers, so you can explain every side. And one side that you can explain with is the fact that we've been in the house for 3 months. 40. Somebody asked me, I can't believe there's so many people out there. Bitch, it's 40 million people on unemployment. Are you kidding me? Like, if they was at work, no, they wouldn't be out there. Nobody's at work, and you were told to stay in the house.
Right.
Are you kidding me? You think the chance to rebel, that you ain't gonna fly out that motherfucker and go cause some trouble and destroy, and then you watch the systems that you've been conditioned and trained to worship, honor, and respect. You law enforcement, government, you see them niggas shitting on you on the news every night. At some point, you're gonna get to where it's like, oh no, fuck that. Period.
And now, Digger, you still here, right?
Yeah, I'm still here. I actually want to say something like everything.
I was gonna bring up the fact that you was thinking that the next phase is they're gonna blame these riots and say that this is triggering now phase 2.
Phase 2 is right now. It's happening.
Of the C-19. No. I'm talking about
COVID. Oh yeah.
This is phase 2 of their little plan.
Oh, the second wave you come up. Yeah.
They got a phase 2 for the C-19 shit. You see what I'm saying?
That too.
So
yeah,
that's say, oh look, all this protesting caused
that's gonna be a new mass hysteria campaign. They already set the stage for the fall. They said the second wave was coming for the fall worse than ever. Like we just jump started that shit. Like, oh, here we go. Here's a perfect.
And so now we gotta lock shit down even more to keep people safe. You know, like this word safety right now is really getting on my nerves. Like I don't even like when people say, you being safe, you safe. Like, motherfucker, of course I'm safe. Like, I've been safe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you staying safe? What you mean by that? Oh, you think have I been staying 6 feet away from people and wearing a mask? That's gonna keep me safe?
But before we get into that, I just want to touch a little bit on what you were saying before. Like for everything that we're seeing that we dislike about what's going on outside, Jamar. I'm about to hold us right now. People like you, people like me, like I'm so upset that I had to leave town when all of this happened. Like they had a protest in Newark. People like us, we can go outside and get on the bullhorn like, listen, this is the focus. This is the plan. This is the demand. This is what we do. We're the ones that been organizing and strategizing and planning this shit for years. And I'm holding the God bodies, the elders, everybody that's been talking about the revolution coming. Are we ready? Are we ready? The kids are outside now. Maybe we need to go outside to get them to fall back in line. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't, I feel a way about everything, and I know I'd be emotional posting and stuff like that, but I still feel like at the end of the day, like we know what the plan is, we know what the goal is. The kids don't, but and none of us that are criticizing them are going outside saying, listen, this is what needs to be happening. So unless we all doing that, then we can't expect them to know what to do without us there. All we can do is talk about it and podcast about it and tweet about it. This is the music we've been making forever. Maybe it's time we go outside. And trust me, if I was home, I would have been outside. I'm 5 states away from home when my city had, but you know, everything was peaceful in Newark, which I knew better because our mayor, Ras Baraka, his father, Amiri Baraka, he come from that. So I already knew how it was going down in Newark. The tearing the city up wasn't happening. Newark is just getting back on track from the riots. So I already knew it wasn't going down in Newark.
So why do you think that is, your era, the OGs of your peer group, recognizable faces, recognizable, respectable voices? Why do you think they haven't done something like what you're talking about yet?
You know what? I don't even want to begin to presume. Some people are emotional. People are emotionally exhausted, tired. Yeah. How many decades have we been fighting this fight? Like, we tired. I know Angela Davis and them is tired. It's like it's the same thing over and over and over again. But we can't give up the fight either.
Like, you know what's funny? I just heard this motherfucker Trump earlier talk about fucking Occupy Wall Street. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember when that was a thing? Like, and then and it was to the point, like when he said it, I was like, holy shit, I totally forgot about Occupy Wall Street. But
He basically said it's the same people.
basically, that is what he said.
Yeah.
But you know, the fact that that shit was going on and that was the news of every day, and then you can just forget about that in a matter of time. You see what I'm saying? In a matter of time, to where this is the first time I've heard the shit since back then. Like,
Right.
that's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Listen, I'm just saying, these motherfuckers got a plan. And all of this is feeding into their plan. And that's what we don't understand. Like, they're doing exactly what they want us to do.
Mm.
They want us to be out here doing all of this so that they can have a justification for doing. They want us to do A so they can do B. You know what I mean? And then we're going to do C and then they can do D. Like, it's already mapped out. So this is why they're pushing, they're breaking the windows. They're hitting you with the, you know what I mean? Like,
I think the real danger is, even on top of that, when you say they, right, it's quite a few different theys. We were talking about that in the beginning. I think the real danger for us is even beyond that, the whole police state, martial law, curfew, even beyond that, these good old boys who are now taking it upon themselves, because Trump he's given them the bat signal twice already now on live television. These militia types, these right wingers, I'm going to defend my fellow citizens and property, and I'm going to take the law into my own hands. When they activate and start getting busy, I think that's going to be the real problem for us on at ground level, because you're not going to necessarily see them coming. They're not going to mob you like a line of police where you got time to turn and run. These little dudes going to come out the woodworks with firepower. They've been training their kids for the last 3-4 decades, and they're gonna catch us slipping. That's the part that I'm concerned about, is once they start these 2A'ers, these Second Amendmenters, and I have a right to, you're looting stores on my block, so that means I have a right to defend it. And we've seen it, you know, over the last couple of days. You know, they pulling out on unarmed protesters and all that. I fear.
Yo,
white boys coming up.
It's niggas out with bows and arrows and swords.
Yeah.
Did you see
Yeah.
that white dude?
Yeah, he got whooped. He got whooped.
He got his ass whooped in Utah by a bunch of white dudes, and he blamed it on black people.
What?
Yeah,
I've been enjoying the ass whoopings. Did y'all see J.R. Smith get that boy an ass
Oh,
whooping?
Yeah, but you know that's gonna bite him in the ass. That's just gonna come back and bite him in the ass.
He said it today. He
He's
regrets
already
it.
apologizing for it.
Yeah.
He already apologizing, but he did whoop that little motherfucker ass. Although I felt like those kicks could have been stronger, huh?
Yeah, it was a little, yeah.
Those kicks was a little weak. I mean, you're a fucking NBA player. Like, you work out every fucking day. Like, if you gonna kick a motherfucker, kick him.
But he ain't a soccer star.
I don't give a fuck. He usually run up and down that court. He got strong legs, nigga. Kick like you got some.
That's a different.
You got some buck in you, nigga.
He connected on that last hand though.
Yeah, he did.
The last hand.
Where was he fighting?
Outside his crib. The nigga broke the window to his truck and didn't know it was JR's shit.
Damn.
JR came out the crib like a bat out of hell.
Yeah.
Damn.
Whooped him, stomped him out.
And this is how when that guy that in Utah, he had a bow and arrow and he was trying to shoot in the crowd.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, niggas start fucking him up.
And these white boys said, it was so funny because you knew they were white. They're like, fuck him up, man. Fuck him up. Here's a bow and arrow, bro. Fuck him up.
Yeah.
You see a bunch of skateboards. The dudes had skateboards, and there was a bunch of skateboards, and they whooped his ass. And then the news guy, and you know, he had his eye was all fucked up. He goes, so who were the guys? It was a couple of black African Americans. That's why I knew he was lying. He said, black African Americans attacked me. He was redundant. Black African Negro Americans.
How about the old white bitch in a wheelchair that was stabbing people?
Oh, that was
man.
beautiful. That bitch got beat up.
Motherfucking the store and shit.
But see, again, though, this is their training, though. It's a part of their training because in both of those stories, they got on the news and said some wild shit, and then the video come out. And that's that they live by that. It's a code for them. They know they can get away with it. Even with the bow and arrow dude, he say two African Americans, and then he say they pulled me out of the car. And this bitch gets out the car, reaches in and put the bow and arrow together, and then was about to shoot this shit.
But what's funny is the motherfucker was a terrible archer.
You're right. Right. You supposed to get one.
This nigga was talking he was Hawkeye. Now he's Black Eye.
You fumbling the arrow and shit. Hang on. Motherfucker, you better get that shit together. You know what I mean? You gotta be fast with your shit.
But it's just lucky we had cameras. We had lucky in that situation. And the cops arrested him because they knew it was bullshit. And then they let the people torch his car.
And you know what's funny too is it was in Utah. I've been to Utah 4 times. There are not a lot of Black people around there. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Now, if you in New York, you can lie. But you in Utah.
And not for nothing, that's the stuff that's getting captured on camera and posted on social media. And if you black out your screen,
you're gonna
miss that stuff.
So I blacked out my screen. Did I do something wrong?
Huh?
I blacked out my screen. I did the square thing. They told me to do the square thing, the black square. I did it. I don't know.
Down, man.
Well, no. The problem. Here's the problem. The problem is, whether or not you believe in the movement Black Lives Matter. At this point, it doesn't even matter. Like, that is the name of what we're dealing with right now.
Right.
So everyone that's trying to post any information relative to it, they are using the hashtag Black Lives Matter. So when it came time to today, if you posted the black square and you use hashtag Blackout Tuesday or amplified melanated voices, I believe was the actual music industry part of it. And that was supposed to be what the non-Black people we're supposed to be focusing on. Like, now today you focus on all Black everything, but the fact that people were using that black square and using the Black Lives Matter hashtag, you would see a bunch of black squares, and you know what I'm saying? We're gonna miss the proof that the guy was the one that really came out swinging with the sword first, and just different things like that have been getting captured with the Black Lives Matter hashtag. Like, that's the stuff that we need to see. Like, that stuff can't get pushed down 60 million posts because the whole world just blacked everything out. And that's where everything went wrong.
So George Soros funds the Black Lives Matter.
And Antifa.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Talib Kweli will violently say that he does not fund Black Lives Matter, although I keep hearing that he does. I don't give like these foul motherfuckers is gonna do what they do. Like they're gonna have their hands in all kinds of shit like a fucking octopus. You understand what I'm saying? So just like you had people that was fucking with the Jews and fucking with the Nazis, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit the Rothschilds was doing.
Right.
Your man George Soros seems to be like one of these type of motherfuckers. And if you look at what's going on, if you try to learn from history, then they feel like, okay, certain movements are bound to come up. What's better than me starting the movement so that I can control the shit? Like I don't fuck with Black Lives Matter. Like, I'm not no Black Lives Matter type motherfucker. Like, you go on their website, they talking about we're here to help queer the fucking movement and all this crazy shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. And that's another thing. Like, when I did search the hashtag Black Lives Matter, I seen all these black squares. You know what another thing I kept seeing, another theme besides the black squares, was these fucking white and black hands joining together. You know, as if, you know, Black Lives Matter is now about black people and white people coming together. You see what I'm saying? Which is now taking away from the focus on black people. You see? So the minute you keep letting these white people into your shit, you're actually diluting what the fuck you trying to do in the first goddamn place. And that's what's allowing these motherfuckers to come in and fuck up your protest that's going on right now. And now we got curfew because all this, you know, black people love to just let people into their shit. Like if this was Chinese protest, you think they'd have white people and black people out there with them? Nah, it would just be Chinese people out there. Like, you know what I mean? If this was the Hasidic Jews, they'd be the only motherfuckers out there. We the only ones that let everybody run around. That's right. And then just let them in. Yeah. Do what the fuck they want to do. And now we're gonna fucking pay the consequences for this shit.
But you know, again, it's a mindset, and there's still a lot of us who validate and see, you know, we validate our existence or our presence in America by how we stand next to white people or where we measure up. There's a lot of us still who white people are the standard. So if you don't have, if your mentality is not broader than that, then that's what you're gonna get. You know, I told somebody the other day, I told somebody white, recessive, I call them recessives. Recessive was asking me, you know, what can we do and blah, 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 if I'm an ally, because sometimes I don't know what to say and I feel like I'm gonna offend with my ideas. I'm like, first of all, you have to have an understanding that you could end all of this overnight. Like all of y'all. Racism is your problem. It's not ours. It's a white people's problem to fix. You could end it tomorrow. You could dismantle, destroy the government and rebuild it the next day. I mean, y'all found $2 trillion on the dresser to bail out businesses in over the weekend. Like it's yours.
Right, y'all found that over the weekend. Yeah, motherfuckers been talking about reparations and all this kind of shit, and I ain't got it. You know.
And then it just appeared.
Niggas from the hood that owe you money, like I ain't got it right now, like right. But then when it's time to hit the club and all this type of shit, or get some weed or some drink, that same motherfucker got it. Like, you see what I'm saying? Right.
So again, I think this is all. I think this is all, you know, indicative of lack of leadership. Because on one hand, you have people saying, don't trust the outsiders. We really are on our own, which we are. But then on the other hand, we feel like, well, if you benefit from black culture and black privilege, then use your platform to speak up. You know, we criticize them when they shut up, and we criticize them when they speak up.
No. So, I'm criticizing how they're trying to do it, how they're trying to join in with us. We don't need you to join in with us. Go with your own fucking people and try to make change over there. Yeah. That's what the fuck we saying. Yeah. We saying white people speak up. We're not saying come out on the street and start rioting and doing all this dumb shit.
No. Yeah, we don't want
people. I'm telling you, go to white people and fucking change their minds about how they even view fucking black people. Like, that's what y'all got to do at your grassroots level. Right?
I agree.
You know what I mean? Don't join in with our shit. Go over with your people and shit.
Go over there and translate for us.
Exactly. You do talk white people to them. If you feel like you identify with our struggle, then go over there, talk that white people shit to them to make them understand it, because they don't understand it from us. Nope. They don't understand it from us. Nope. You know what I mean? They might look at you more humane. You the same motherfucker that could curse the police out and not get killed. And so go curse these niggas out about racism and all this other shit and make them hear you that way. But we don't need you out here with us doing what the fuck we do. Joining our fucking movements. We don't need that. Because again, like we said, like the brother Omar said, just by sheer numbers here in this country, these motherfuckers could take over our movement just by sheer numbers. Like, so this is why we can't be letting these motherfuckers in like this.
So we got to be like 300, man. We got to be like 300. You know, small army, but be strategic.
Right.
Gotta be strategic, man.
Strong.
They are very defeatable, man. They're very defeatable. We have to be strategic, and we got to get rid of these fucking sellout Negroes like these pastors in these churches. Holy shit. God damn. Because they go to church and and I'm not saying all churches, but a lot of them have millions and millions of dollars. And I really think they're in cahoots with some of these government officials, because why aren't churches loaded up with ammunition? Why aren't churches, back in the day, there used to be the preacher would have a gun in his Bible. They had guns. Why aren't those church basements loaded up with guns? Why aren't those church basements loaded up with martial arts classes? You know what I mean? Setting up martial arts schools and self-defense schools. They got those churches be mad big.
Well, I wanted to know why there weren't any churches that were going against the fucking this whole C-19 shit and be like, fuck that, we believe in God and we ain't fucking social distancing and fuck you. God is
churches doing that. There were churches doing that. There were white churches doing that.
Well,
but once they lay out the statutes and make it, you know, against the law, if you will, for you to convene, it's really nothing you can do about that. Especially a lot of churches are they receive faith-based funding from the government. So if I get that phone call, and it's like, hey, look here, man, shut them doors.
Right. Or you ain't getting this faith-based funding.
Yeah. So, but to that point though,
yes.
To that point, I personally have not figured out the pandemic. So I'm not gonna make any broad or bold statements, but I do know someone who attended a church conference after the lockdown, and 30 to 40 people came down with it. 10 to 15 of them checked out. So I'm not really ready to be like, it ain't what it is, but I have no clue what the fuck it is.
Right.
But I know it is happening.
I know mad people that died.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't confirm or deny what they died from.
Right. Or how they contracted it, but you know they died. And so that's what I'm saying. Like
specifically to this part of the convo, like this was from a church retreat where they were all together for the weekend by themselves. And they came back and 60% of the congregation was the pastor died before they got home.
Damn.
So
what was they doing though?
Hey,
the virus is real. I mean, that's just a man-made virus. These Nigerian doctors were like, yeah, they made it SARS, HIV, and it's a combination of viruses. And it's not airborne, and it's real that it. But the thing that the government likes is they like the doubting. Like we go, oh well, okay, we know it's there, but it's not. But what the fuck? That's where they got the control.
That's all they need.
Yeah,
that's all they need. If you confuse, the confusion is all they need.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. That's it. When you don't know,
everybody they just need some people to believe in it. Some people cannot believe it. Some people can be unsure. That's what they need. That's what the fuck they
That's
love.
all they need is a little bit, and then they're good. Shit. They had the Black Panther Party. They got Elridge Cleaver and Harry P. Newton to argue over one little thing, and it was over.
Over the phone.
Over. They left it. J. Edgar Hoover said, "Oh, we good. They're gonna fuck it up." And then lo and behold, he even said it. The biggest threat to this country is Negro unity. Damn. And if he ain't never been right, god damn.
I put it in the song. Ain't nothing scarier than a bunch of Negro scholars when we gossip.
You know what I'm saying? The only time they want to see us together is in a huddle. And they break that shit up too, because we're not in the huddle that long.
Right. Now they're gonna have to be 6 feet.
And what do we say at the end of the huddle? Break.
Right. Break. Don't you stay together too long.
Break.
They threw a black square in the middle of the huddle.
Break. But we should be. I mean, most of the chess masters in the world are black, and I see so many brothers playing chess that are like, when I go to Union Square, and I watched these brothers with the time clock smoking these little Asian white nerds and murdering them while they're talking to their friends. They're playing a chess game, killing dudes. And I go, we have that mind. We have a chess mind. We can be steps ahead of people. We have that ability. We have the ability to move our pieces certain ways. We have ability to make a stalemate, to get their fucking king and take their queen. We have the ability. Has to be like a chess game. We have to move a certain way. We have that ability. Look at us. Look at sports. We know how to make plays. We know how to juke a motherfucker to go this way and that way, throw the ball this way without looking. Come on, man. We could do that with our lives. We can do that with our education. We could do that financially. I think we have the minds for that.
That's some real shit.
Speak on it, God.
Some real shit.
I know Colin Kaepernick tired. He like, word.
Yeah.
He like, I wanted to watch football so bad. I gave up my career and everything. Word. Now y'all bad.
You know, now the NFL, now the basketball season's over. It's June. It's supposed to be playoffs. Oops. Now NFL, they really gonna turn it up. They ain't got no NFL shit. Now I'm wondering, is Minnesota, the Vikings, and the Timberwolves, what are they about to do?
Shit, I mean, it's shit. Atlanta, what is Atlanta? It's a lot of major cities that everything is questionable. It's just up in the air.
Like,
everything.
It would have been great if all the athletes all come together, not just one, because that's not fair. They all come, all of them, and go, listen. And boom, because LeBron, which I love, LeBron said some shit, said real simple statement, and they went off on him. Fuck yeah. And that fat bastard they just fucking fired.
Jason Whitlock.
Whitlock, fat, pancake eating, butter biscuit ass nigga. And you know Tariq Nasheed, he calls him butter biscuits. He goes dancing for butter biscuits.
The white man's butter biscuits. Dancing for the white man's butter biscuits.
Yo, I talked to Tariq Nasheed, and I told him, because not too long ago, I don't know if you know, Jamal, I did this thing on Vlad where I talked about the Asian folk. And I got controversy for it because I said that, you know, China is kicking out Nigerians, and you know I'm Nigerian, and I said that it's good that the Nigerians are kicking out the Chinese. It's only fair. If we can't stay in your country, you can't stay in ours. And then I went into another thought. I said, an eye for an eye. I said, we're tired of marching. I'm tired of the we shall overcome. We should whoop your ass and then sing about it. And I was talking about self-defense. We're tired of being beaten on. We need to start cracking motherfuckers' jaws when they fuck with us. That's what I said. I said it like that, right? So all these Asian motherfuckers attack me. Yo, so you hate all Asian people. You know, they purposely misconstrued my shit. And so I was going back and forth with Asian people, blah, 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 blah. And then I did a video, right? Because my agents are all Asian.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
My film and television agent is Korean. My comedy agent is Korean. My partner on my podcast is Korean. You met him, Lord. And so because all of them understood what I said, they were like, we get what you said. But you know these motherfuckers, if you're a public figure, they're gonna try to find something to get you. They're going to misconstrue shit. It happens to all of you guys. And I said, you're right about that. We talked for a long time. We said, I got what you said. But Asians are so sensitive and they're so mad that they've been kind of treated like Negroes, you know, for a couple of weeks, that they're like, you know, sensitive about anything. And if they're your fans, they're gonna hold on to that other shit. So I made a video clarifying what I said, not apologizing for the self-defense, right? So I made that video. It went pretty viral. And then I called Tariq Nasheed. And I told Tariq, hey man, I need you to check the video to see if I'm dancing for butter biscuits. And he said, no, you good. I said, I want to make sure I ain't butter biscuits.
Yo, let me tell you something. I love Tariq's post. I could be having a perfectly fine day, and I will read some shit on his timeline that will piss me off, and I'll be ready to emotional post, and then I'll be like, wait, so you really
The way he say it, he be like some race soldiers.
Race soldiers, yeah. Suspected race soldiers.
That's what gets you hyped. He be like some race soldiers.
Yo, he be putting the fire under me. He make me want to go out and punch
But
niggas.
listen, I just want to say something before we get out of here. I want to speak on self-defense real quick. Now, what I am tired of seeing, right? And I wish motherfuckers would, stop acting like some punk ass bitches when it comes to, when you see the police doing some wrong shit, like with the George Floyd shit, right?
Speak on it.
Instead of fucking sitting there filming the shit, have the fucking balls to, you know what? Push the fucking police or punch these niggas, whatever the fuck you gotta do to get these motherfuckers off and try to save these motherfuckers and stop standing by and just letting these motherfuckers kill them. You might get arrested. You might, you know what I mean? You might get hurt, but fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, stop being a fucking bitch out here. Like, and so fucking scared of the police that you just gonna let them just run over your fucking people, man. You shit crazy.
I say let one person record. One person record, everybody else get it in.
Because one person could get shot, man. They're afraid of getting shot. Because
guess what? You can get shot and still not doing nothing.
Yeah, that's a tough one, and it's a catch-22, and it's fucked up that we have to even make that decision because it's one, you put the phone down and get busy, or two, if they had never taped, we would have never saw it. So it's like it's catch-22,
it don't just be one person.
That's true.
Fucking 5 people there, like
that's
you
true.
know what I mean? Like they'll all just be standing.
Well, my thing is, if
somebody gotta help.
Well, let it be more than one motherfucker at different angles filming. That's different. If they're like, you go on that side.
Though. It'd be like 5 motherfuckers with a phone. Everybody
at the same angle. That's whack. But thank God there was someone filming from the other side to catch those other cops on his back. There was someone filming on the other side because it wasn't just that dude on his neck. There were other dudes. The other 3 were on his fucking back.
Listen.
Well, and guess what? Guess what?
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I get it. The jump that blows me is when I see these videos. When I see these videos where it's the young ladies, the sisters or whatever that get busy, and the dudes are sitting there, oh shit, and they tape it, and I'm like, nah, that's not how that's supposed to go.
You got sisters that be ready to fight the police quicker than somebody.
Yeah.
That's supposed to
would.
go.
On two Virgils, I would. That's our new slogan, 2 Virgils. Yo, time out. Could we just clown niggas for 1 second? Why is this motherfucking almost billionaire Virgil donating $50 and proud? He posted it like, look, I gave to the movement $50.
$50.
He gave what the bailout fund is supposed to be the fund that's bailing out, providing the bail money for these protesters. This nigga was loud and loud. Posting his Cash App receipt for $50 fucking dollars.
Wow.
You fucking designed for Louis Vuitton. $50, bro.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Celebrities like that, them the celebrities that deserve to get dragged. I personally don't feel like Killer Mike deserved to be dragged, or, people that have shown their commitment to the resistance. But Virgil, he gonna get these jokes.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I think we're about to get out of here, man. This has been a nice fucking session. Lamont.
Hey, man. I appreciate even being on with the gods, man.
You are
it's an honor and a pleasure.
Yes, if you'd like to come back, we'd love to have you back. You know what I mean?
That's a definite. I want to salute y'all individually, man. Give y'all roses, because you never know who you affect, man. I grew up on all of y'all, so I give y'all roses while y'all here, man. I appreciate everything y'all do.
Why don't you tell the people where they could get, where they could catch you at, and social media and all that type of shit.
Social media is Mr. Lamont King, each and every Friday on the Karen Hunter Show, Sirius XM 126. Mr. Lamont King. I do a show every day on YouTube and Facebook called Let's Go Live. Let's go.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's up?
Yeah.
You want to say, go ahead, Godfrey. You want to say something about Karen Hunter?
Oh, no.
Oh, no, I don't. No, I wasn't.
She fired you or something like that.
La.
No, I didn't say no. She fired me. So whatever let me do. I said so. But what's funny is it's so funny because I never had anything bad to say about it. She fired me. It was over some whack shit. But what's funny is she asked how I was doing during the COVID, and I didn't answer. And I go, why would you ask me over the COVID when I was fired way months after that? Before the COVID, you could have asked me at least be a little phony and go, hey, how you doing, man? At least I'm just saying there's the way to be socially etiquette wise and going, hey man, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. But she asked me during COVID. That's everybody's asking people during COVID because everybody wants to show their humanity during COVID because a lot of people are full of shit.
Let me say this. She speaks very highly of you to this day.
She has to.
I just wanted to say that.
She has to because I'm the shit.
Because
I'm Godfrey, motherfucker.
Lamont, it's not a dogging her. It's just what happened because people know on my show, I had an hour show, then it went to 2 hours, and my shit was murdering. I was killing that shit. And all of a sudden, some little shit happened. I just get fired just like that. Because my shit was getting popular. I don't know what the ratings were because they don't tell you your numbers, but we were doing really well. You feel me? And when I got hired, I told Karen, hey man, I don't know if I'm right for your channel because I'm an edgy dude and I'm a comic, a comedian, and y'all might not dig it because this is kind of like a sort of a conservative black channel. And she goes, but I want you to be on here because I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to make it more hip. I said, are you sure? And I said it over and over. I said, don't bring me in to clown me. I said that over and over. And guess what happened? They did me like Joe Pesci and Goodfellas. I thought I was a made man.
Come here. I want you to take a little ride with us.
Like I said, I appreciate y'all for having me. Really,
I don't need you to say anything. I'm just telling you to say it.
I get it. I get it.
I didn't say anything bad about her.
Right.
But that's what went down. And I side-eye people like that. I go, I got played, but I don't say anything bad about Karen, but I tell people the truth.
Hey, Lamont, I knew he had something on his heart. I just wanted to let him get. I don't want to put you in. I was going to say my
Instagram, Comedian Godfrey. That's what I was going to say. Comedian Godfrey on my Instagram. Follow me and go to my podcast at Godfrey We Trust on the Gas Digital Network Tuesdays and Fridays, 9:30 p.m. Subscribe with promo code Godfrey. And of course, you must subscribe to the Yanadameen Podcast, you know what I mean? Because it's all good, baby.
Not a podcast, it's a Godcast. Damn it.
The podcast Godcast.
Godcast. Damn it.
Total sidebar.
Yo,
how did Karen become the name for racist white women? Every black girl, I know more black Karens than white Karens. I don't even know any white Karens. How did that become the name?
What happened?
I know.
The internet.
It was probably George Soros.
The internet.
George Soros came with Karen.
Okay.
I thought a white girl was Becky. I thought they was Becky's.
But Karens are hilarious, though.
I'm trying to figure out who made. I think Amy should be the name of that.
Yeah,
Amy should replace Karen.
I think Colleen.
Emily.
Colleens are great. Any black Colleen.
Megan.
Abby.
No,
Abby.
Sarah, definitely Sarah.
Sarah's a good one. Sarah's a good one.
I
know a couple black Sarahs. How about Abby?
Who?
Abby.
Abby. I know Abigail.
Every Abigail I know is African. So.
Oh shit! No. I only know Fatimas. I only know African Fatimas.
Yo, do you guys know any business owners, black business owners?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I would like to bring up something that's pretty dope that my friends have created, actually. It's a platform, especially for Black. It's all inclusive, but it mainly concentrates on Black business owners because we only get less than 1% of the wealth in America, which is fucking horrible. We don't get loans for our businesses. They barely give us money for any of that shit. So my friends who are private equity experts, they're all Black. Ivy Leaguers, they created a platform called Expanse, expanse.com. It's UXPANSE.com. It's a self-service platform, and it's for business owners, especially Black business owners who already have a business or who are thinking about owning their own business, because we don't have a lot of confidence when we open a business because of, hey guys, racism, because of that. But this is a platform that they've worked, I've watched them work on this shit 13, 14 hours a day for the past 3 to 4 years. And it's going to be opening in a couple days, and it's an awesome platform. It's $595 a month, $595 a month, because it takes about $500,000 to open a business, to start a business. So they've made this affordable for business-minded people, especially during this time of COVID. And I know people's money flow is different now, but it's nice to know that you can go if you can afford it, if you can't, but you know you got a place to go when your money gets right, to go to expanse.com and it's self-service, and it's user-friendly for people who aren't that great at business, who already have business, who want to improve their businesses. Because sometimes there's some Black businesses that are janky than a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. Be janky as fuck. They cut corners, mismatch chairs in their restaurants. Bullshit. You know what I mean?
Hey, well, hang on. I just want to say that my brother Wise just hit me up, and he said that Tariq Nasheed came up with the term Karen.
Oh wow, that's funny.
That's quite interesting.
That's even funny.
Tariq is hilarious, mate.
That sounds personal.
Well, listen, before we go, I want to shout out, in this time of COVID and all that, and people don't want to be going to the doctor and all that. So we're going to shout out my telemedicine crew, Health Alliance Network. Okay. And for $35 a month, you can talk to a doctor unlimited. You can get prescriptions and all of that type of shit. So click the link in the description, Lord Jamar at Health Alliance Network, and you get the discount if you put in Lord Jamar at checkout. You'll get that.
Well, now that you said that, I also want to say that for the low price of $1 a day,
yes,
you can cash at me at Lamont King 06.
Tell him
to keep me in business. You know what I mean? It's for a good cause. For the Lolo. And what's the cause? B. It's B cause. $1 a day.
I got my Cash App and my Venmo, Godfrey Comedian, and for a low price.
Hey, hold on.
Sponsor a comedian.
Well, I'm about to say, wait, hold up. Since we dropping cash out, I'm bars for bread. Bars with a Z. The number 4 bread, baby.
Right.
You already know Cash App /$ Yanadameen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to do that because I know y'all do numbers over here. Y'all do numbers over here.
The Cash App.
We love y'all.
Yeah.
We love y'all for joining us. You know what I mean? Check us out on the next one. Once again, rest in peace, Fact Checker Rage.
Yes.
We love you. We miss you. And
oh man,
we salute you, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know.
I still ain't even processed that yet, man. It's too much going on at one.
Damn.
And Mercury
there, and we gotta end there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, he was here in this conversation with us, trust, and he would have loved to interact with our guests. Once again, I want to thank Lamont King for joining us on Yanadameen Godcast. And as always, I'm Lord Jamar.
I'm Digger.
I'm Godfrey.
Hey.
Hey.